Coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Dolphins and the Packers next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win? Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Hey, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucks and Cards from Glendale. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Trying to improvise. And he wisely will throw it. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led out by Malik Willis, the rookie who started his college career at Auburn and finished with the Liberty Flames. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man open. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Dolphins have got it. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 70 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
From the 41, Tannehill. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Tannehill. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, though. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Pardon is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 29, Willis. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the save. And that'll bring up 3rd.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain his minutes.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Packers at 11-3 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They'll run with Patterson, but he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And it's a Packers touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Tannehill. This is swung out to Eckler. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. This is taken at the 18. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. 1st and 10, it's Willis. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 33. On 1st down, Willis. Out to his left. And this one too low. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That'll 10. They go play action with Willis. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown! Christian Watson, 33 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Calais Campbell on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's into the hands of Fordson. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Block Edwards now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. T. Higgins, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. A long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Willis will look to throw on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. And this is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carl Sonnell sets up to kick this away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Open man here is Conklin. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Tannehill. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. This is caught inside the 15, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will take us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here on... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. This is a counter play, Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Tannehill now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually...
And he is in! Touchdown, Miami! Austin Eckler with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. Willis now off of play action. They'll roll him out right. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Play fake. Here's Willis. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure they block secure before they slide off, and try to chip someone at the second level.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Trayvon Walker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now in Miami. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
From the 10, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Play action. Willis on the move to his left. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They go play action with Willis. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
In motion left, the tight end. Patterson will score. Touchdown, Packers. Well, the pass interference called on the previous play, that set him up nicely for that 1-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize from a yard out. Plenty of barking from the sideline about the call, naturally so. But maybe you have to quit barking a little bit and focus on the next play. Their focus wasn't there, and they gave up the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Evan Ingram from 21 yards away. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
this possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill, oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off for the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts to realize opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy. I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis rolling to his left. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Willis. He finds Watson complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They find some open field here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Cordero Patterson, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's got Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Willis, he'll look to throw it. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Willis back to throw here. Able to find Waller. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Willis. Steps away. This one left side caught by Patterson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these